Have you ever wondered why Catholics keep praying the Rosary again and again? Why this string of beads? Why these repeated prayers? Some people ask, isn't it just repetition? Others wonder, why involve Mary at all? But here's something surprising. The Rosary is one of the most Christ-centered prayers in the Catholic Church. And to understand why Catholics pray it, we need to look at what the Church actually teaches about it. At first glance, the Rosary looks very simple, just beads and familiar prayers. But the Church teaches that the Rosary is a meditation on the life of Jesus Christ. Each decade invites us to reflect on sacred moments called mysteries. These mysteries walk us through the life of Christ, from his birth to his suffering and death, and finally to his resurrection and glory. This is why the Catechism of the Catholic Church calls the Rosary a compendium of the Gospel. In other words, it contains the whole story of salvation, prayed slowly and prayerfully. Many people are surprised to learn that the Rosary is deeply rooted in Scripture. The Our Father comes directly from the words of Jesus himself. The Hail Mary is drawn from the Gospel of Luke. When the angel Gabriel greets Mary, and when Elizabeth proclaims her blessed, the Glory Be reflects the constant praise of the Holy Trinity found throughout the Bible. Even the repetition has biblical meaning. In the Psalms, God's mercy is proclaimed again and again. In the book of Revelation, heaven itself repeats prayers of praise without ceasing. The Church teaches that repetition in prayer is not meant to be empty or mechanical. Instead, it helps the heart enter into meditation, allowing the soul to rest more deeply in God. This leads many people to ask an important question. Why is Mary at the center of the Rosary? The Church is very clear: Catholics do not worship Mary. When Catholics pray the Rosary, they are not praying instead of Jesus, but with Mary, who always leads us to her Son. Mary was the first to carry Jesus in her womb. She was the first to contemplate his life in silence and faith. And in the Gospel, she points us directly to him when she says, "Do whatever he tells you." Saint John Paul II once said that the Rosary is his favorite prayer because it allows us to contemplate Christ through the eyes of Mary. Every mystery of the Rosary focuses on Jesus. Every decade ends with his name. Mary's role is to guide us, gently and faithfully, closer to him. The Catholic Church continues to teach and recommend the Rosary today. Not as an obligation, but as a gift. It is a prayer that is simple enough for children, yet deep enough for theologians. In a noisy and distracted world, the Rosary teaches silence. In moments of anxiety, it teaches trust. And in times of confusion, it brings our focus back to Christ. This is why Catholics continue to pray the Rosary, not out of habit, but out of love. Not to replace Jesus, but to encounter him more deeply.